welcome back to Shukra. In this video, I'll discuss about Adhoc and Sensor Networks, which is there in JNTUH 4th year 2nd semester. Here, I'll discuss about 4th unit. I have already discussed about 5th unit important questions along with the solutions in 15 minutes. Go and watch that video. And here it is 4th unit. Important questions along with the solutions. If you watch this video till end, for sure you can easily score 90% and above than that, for sure. And if you're watching this channel for the first time, then subscribe to it for more videos like this. Done. Let's get into the video. These are all the important questions from this video, which is very simple unit. Let's get started. Here, explain the applications of wireless sensor networks with example. Here, you have to write down the applications. Along with that, you have to explain and with an example. Always remember, you have to write according to the given marks. Clear? If they have asked it for 5 marks, you have to write down 5 to 6 applications along with one line definition and one example for each. Clear? If they have asked it for 10 marks, you have to write down 10 along with explanation and one example to each. Clear? The applications of wireless sensor networks. Environmental monitoring. Here, wireless sensor networks are used to monitor the natural conditions like temperature, humidity, air quality and pollution levels as well. That is why we use these wireless sensor networks to monitor the environment. Clear? For example, forest fire detection system use the sensors to detect the heat and smoke early. Clear? This is how exactly they use the wireless sensor networks in real world. In agriculture also we use the wireless sensor network. In smart farming, sensors help farmers to monitor the soil moisture, crop health and weather conditions as well. This is how exactly it is helpful to the farming people. For example, automatic irrigation system turn water on or off based on the soil moisture level. Clear? This is how exactly it will work. And healthcare monitoring also we use WSNs. It is used to monitor the patient health conditions continuously. It will monitor the patient health conditions. And for example, wearable sensors track the heart rate and blood pressure. Along with that, it sends the data to the doctors immediately if there are anything wrong. Military applications. It is used in surveillance and enemy tracking. Along with that, battlefield monitoring. Clear? This is how exactly it is used in military applications. For example, sensor detect enemy movement or landmines in war zones. And one more thing, industrial monitoring. It is used to monitor the machines and detect the fault in industries. For example, sensor check the temperature and pressure in factories to prevent the accidents as well. This is how exactly it will save the lives. Clear? Wireless sensor networks. And the next one is smart home building. Smart homes and building. WSNs automate home appliances and it improves the energy efficiency as well. You can see nowadays all home appliances are automated by using WSN. For example, smart lighting system turn off and on when no one is turn off when no one is in the room. Whenever we enter the room, it will automatically turn on. This is how exactly it will work in smart homes and building. Disaster management. It is used to detect and manage the natural disaster. For example, sensors detect the earthquakes, floods and landslides and send early warnings. Clear? The disaster management. Traffic and transportation. It is used for traffic control and vehicle tracking as well. For example, sensor monitor the traffic flow and it helps to reduce the congestion in cities. And the ninth one is wildlife monitoring. It is used to track the animals and study their behavior as well. For example, sensor attached to the animals, which helps to which helps the researchers to monitor the migration patterns of the animals. And structural health monitoring. It is used to monitor the buildings, bridges and the dams for safety. For example, sensors detect the cracks or vibrations in bridges to prevent the collapse. This is how exactly we use this wireless sensor networks in our daily life, which will save the lives, that I will say. And the next question is, classify sensor networks and explain different types in detail. Sensor networks. Here we have terrestrial wireless sensor networks, underground wireless sensor networks and underwater wireless sensor networks, multimedia wireless sensor networks and body area sensor networks. These are all the 6 types of sensor networks we use in our daily life. Here, terrestrial wireless sensor network means these are the networks are deployed on the land in large numbers. And those sensors are placed randomly or in a planned manner to monitor the environmental conditions as well, as I already told you in the previous question. The features of this terrestrial wireless sensor networks are easy deployment. We can easily deploy this, and battery powered. It uses the multi-hop communication as well. These are the features. And for example, forest monitoring, agricultural field monitoring. This is used in forest and agricultural field monitoring. Underground wireless sensor networks. Let us see. Sensors are placed below the ground to monitor the underground conditions. They communicate with the surface nodes. The features are difficult deployment because it is underground, and high signal loss. Signal loss might be the main problem here, and it requires more power as well. These are all the difficulties also, I can say that. And for example, soil moisture monitoring, mining safety system. These are all the applications that we use these underground wireless sensor networks. And underwater wireless sensor networks means sensors are deployed underwater to monitor the aquatic environment. Communication is mainly done using aquatic signal instead of radio waves. We use acoustic signals here. We don't use the radio waves. And here the features are high delay, low bandwidth, and expensive equipments are required in underwater wireless sensor network. For example, ocean monitoring and tsunami detection systems. These things we use underwater wireless sensor network. And the next one is multimedia wireless sensor networks. These networks use the sensors equipped with cameras and microphones to capture the images, audio, and video data. This is multimedia. The features are high data transmission, requires more storage and bandwidth to store the images, audio, and video. For example, surveillance system, traffic monitoring with cameras. In these things, we use this multimedia wireless sensor networks. Mobile wireless sensor networks. In this type, sensor nodes can move from one place to another. Here, movement helps to improve the coverage and data collection as well. The features are dynamic topology because it will move from one place to another place. That's why we use dynamic topology, and self-configuring flexible deployment. For example, robots used in disaster area, which is dynamic and self-configured, very flexible. And moving vehicles with sensor. This is also mobile wireless sensor networks. Body area sensor networks, we have sensors are placed on our inside the human body to monitor the health condition. We use in the fitness bands and medical implants monitoring patient health. Clear? The features are low power consumption, small size, which is like a watch, and real-time monitoring. These are the features. Clear? This is how exactly the sensor networks work in our daily life. Let us move to the next question. Describe the architecture of wireless sensor network with a diagram. Wireless sensor network, how exactly it will work, we have to explain with the architecture diagram. Here, the wireless sensor network consists of many small sensor nodes that collect the data from the environment and send it to the central system, the base station. This is how exactly the architecture of wireless sensor network works. If you understood this perfectly, then you can write it down in your own words. Clear? It consists of many small sensor nodes. Clear? After that, collect the data from the environment. The nodes, whatever the sensor nodes it has, everything, it will collect the data from the environment. After that, it will send that particular data to the central system, that is base station. This is how exactly the wireless sensor network works. Clear? You can easily understand the next step here. The main components of wireless sensor network architecture are sensor nodes, that is in devices here. These are small devices placed in the sensing area. For example, underwater wireless sensor network, which is placed in oceans and the water places. Clear? These are small devices placed in the sensing area. After that, the functions are sensing, processing, and transmitting the data. Clear? Each node contains the sensor unit which collects the data. That is temperature, pressure, anything, humidity. It will collect the data. Each sensor unit will collect the data based on the environment, and it will process the unit. It will process the data, and communication unit means it will send or receive the data. Communication means sending or receiving the data. Power unit, which means for battery supply we have power unit. These are all the things which each and every node contains these things, these features that I can say. And sync node or base station, which means this is the main control center of the network. What it will do? It collects the data from all sensor nodes and send it to the user. Whatever it is collected from the sensor node, it will send back to the user. And for example, computer or server connected to the network. This is the base station. And the next one is communication network. We have wireless links connected sensor nodes with each other and with the base station. And it uses the multi-hop communication. Data passes through the multiple nodes as well. User or application layer, the end user access the data through applications. For example, monitoring system, mobile apps and the dashboards. Clear? This is how exactly it will work. Based on that, you can easily draw a diagram. That is sensor nodes. We have multiple sensor nodes which will sense the data. Clear? After that, it will send that data to the base station. After that, from base station, it will go to the user. Along with that, you can write down this one also, data layer, which has the data information and queries. Whatever the user has, it will send to the queries, and the cluster heads, children nodes, things. This is in the, everything is there in the physical layer and service layer this side. This one also you can write in your exams. Based on the explanation, you have to draw this diagram as a block diagram. You have to write everything in the boxes. Clear? We have multiple sensor nodes which has the sensor unit. Inside the sensor nodes, you have to write down the sensor unit, something, processing unit, communication unit, power unit, everything you have to mention. After that, we have sync node and communication network, user and application layer. Clear? Working of wireless sensor network architecture. How exactly it will work? Sensor nodes collect the data from the environment, I have already told you, and the data processes locally and data is transmitted to neighboring nodes, that is multi-hop here. And finally, it reaches the base station. Clear? And user analyzes the data and takes the action based on the situation. Here, large number of sensor nodes are there. Wireless communication will happen because WSN, the name itself says that wireless sensor network. And energy efficient design and self-organizing network. I have already explained about this self-organizing network, and it is used for real-time monitoring and control. Clear? This is everything about the architecture of wireless sensor network. And the next question is, explain the physical layer issues in wireless sensor networks. The issues in the physical layer network. What are all the issues we face in the physical layer? Energy consumption is very more. This is the biggest issues that I can say. Sensor nodes run on batteries, so energy is very limited. The issue is high energy use reduces the network lifetime as well. The solution is we have to use the low power communication and sleep modes. Limited transmission range. Sensor nodes can only transmit the data over short distance, and here the issue is it requires multi-hop communication and increasing complexity. How to solve that? Efficient routing and proper node placement should be there. And bandwidth constraints. Available bandwidth is limited in wireless sensor networks. The main issue is it cannot support high data rate applications easily. And how to solve this means the data compression and efficient data transmission technique. Signal attenuation, which means the path loss. Signal strength decreases as distance increases. When the distance is more, then the strength will be less. And the main issue is data may not reach the destination properly. If the distance is more, then the data may not reach the destination properly. The solution is use intermediate nodes, that is multi-hop communication. Then it can easily reach to the destination properly. Noise and interfaces. Signals can be affected by environmental noises and other devices as well. The main issue is it causes the data error and packet loss sometimes. The solution is error detection and correction techniques. We have to detect the error. If it is noise error, we have to detect it and correct error correction techniques we have to use. And hardware constraints. Sensor nodes have limited processing power and memory, and it cannot handle the complex operations. This is the main issue here. How to solve this means use the simple and lightweight protocols to overcome this hardware constraint problem. Modulation techniques. Choice of modulation affects energy and the performance. The complex modulation increase the power consumption. If the modulation is very complex, then it will increase the power consumption. Here, how to solve this means use the simple modulation schemes like ASK and FSK. Frequency selection. We have to choose the proper frequency band for the communication. And the main issue is wrong frequency leads to interface and poor performance. That's why we have to use the proper frequency bands. How to solve this means use the suitable ISM bands for wireless sensor network applications, which is suitable only we have to use that frequency. And synchronization issues. Nodes need proper timing for communication. Here the main issue is lack of synchronization leads to collision. It needs the proper timing for communication. And the solution is use time synchronization protocols to overcome this problem. Scalability. Wireless sensor networks may consist thousands of nodes, and the main issue is managing the large network is difficult at physical layer. How to overcome this problem? Design scalable communication techniques to overcome the scalability issues in wireless sensor networks. Clear? Let us move to the next question. Discuss MAC layer protocols and challenges in wireless sensor networks. Here MAC layer in wireless sensor networks, the role of MAC layer. MAC is nothing but medium access control. This is a layer which controls how sensor nodes share the wireless channel. The main goal of this MAC is efficient communication with the minimum energy consumption. The communication should be efficient only with the minimum energy consumption. Clear? This is the main goal of this MAC layer. And the objectives of MAC protocols in WSN are, it reduces the energy consumption as I already told you, and it avoids the collision, the data overlap, it will avoid that, and fair channel access for all nodes which is equally distributed, and increase the network lifetime as well. It will minimize the delay and overhead. These are all the, I can say that the advantages of MAC protocol also. The type of MAC protocols in WSNs are contention based protocol. Nodes compete to access the channel before transmitting the data only. And how it will work means nodes sense the channel. If it is free, then it will transmit the data. And the advantages of this contention based protocol is which is very simple, flexible as well, and low delay under light traffic. And the disadvantages are collision may occur and energy wastage. Clear? For example, CSMA or CA used in many wireless systems. Let us see the second one, schedule based protocols, that is TDMA. Time is divided into slots here. Schedules means time. The time is divided into slots. Each node gets a fixed time to transmit. As I already told you, here fair channel access for all the nodes, which means time is divided into slots and each node gets a fixed time to transmit. How it works means node transmit only in its assigned time slots only. And the advantages are no collision because each and every node has its own slots. That's why there is no collision, and energy efficient as well. Disadvantages are required synchronization and less flexible. For example, TDMA based WSN protocols. Hybrid MAC protocol, the combination of contention based and schedule based approaches, which is the combination of both these two. The advantages are balances flexibly and efficiently. Whenever it will take the schedule based, or else it will go to contention based. Clear? For example, ZMAC protocol. Let us see the challenges in MAC layers of WSN. Energy efficiency. Nodes have limited battery power. The challenge is it will reduce the idle listening, collision and transmissions as well. And the second one is collision avoidance. Multiple nodes may transmit at the same time. That is the most biggest challenge, and prevent data loss and energy waste. And the next one is idle listening. Nodes consume energy while waiting for the data only. The challenge is it reduces the unnecessary listening. And the next one is overhearing. Nodes receive the packets not intended for them and avoiding waste energy on unwanted data. This is the challenge here. Scalability means it can have the large number of nodes. MAC protocol should work efficiently for all large networks. This is the challenge. And latency, there is a delay. Delay in data transmission can affect the real-time applications. Maintenance is very low when there is a delay. And synchronization, it required in TDMA based protocols. The challenge is maintain accurate timing among the nodes. Clear? Here, maintaining the accuracy is very important. Throughput optimization, it maximizes the successful data transmission. The challenge is balance between energy saving and the performance, which is very important here. This is the biggest challenge. Here, MAC protocols are essential for efficient communication in WSNs, but they must balance the energy efficiency, reliability and the scalability perfectly. Clear? And the sixth question is explain link layer mechanisms and their importance in the sensor networks. How exactly the link layer works in WNS. The link layer ensures the reliable data transfer between two neighbors sensor nodes. Link is nothing but if there are two sensor nodes, two neighbor sensor nodes, it will transfer the data reliably. Clear? That is the role of link layer. The main goal of this link layer is error-free and energy-efficient communication over a single wireless network, which is very, I can say that advantage of this link layer. Key mechanism in link layer: error detection and correction. Detects the detects and correct the errors during the data transmission only. And the techniques are, we use CRC, cyclic redundancy check, and forward error correction, that is FEC. The purpose is it ensures the data accuracy by using error detection and correction. And the second one is retransmission, that is ARQ, automatic repeat request. We use this technique, and it is if the data is lost or corrupted, it is transmitted, and the purpose is improves the reliability of the communication. Flow control, it controls the rate of data transmission between sender and receiver. The purpose is it prevents the buffer overflow and data loss as well. Framing, data is divided into small units called frames, and the main purpose is it makes the transmission organized and manageable as well. Clear? And medium access control, that is MAC support, it coordinates the access to the shared wireless channels. The main purpose is to avoid the collision, and it improves the efficiency. Link scheduling, it decides when the node should transmit or receive the data. It will schedule that. The purpose is it will reduce the energy consumption, and it avoids the conflicts as well by scheduling the time to transmit or receive the data. Power management, it controls the sleep and wake up cycles of nodes. The purpose is it saves the battery life, which is the advantage. The importance of link layer are reliability, energy efficiency, data integrity, efficient communication, reduce the packet loss, support for upper layers, and these are all the importance of the link layer. In simple words, link layer mechanisms are essential for maintaining reliable, efficient, and energy-aware communication in wireless sensor networks. Clear? Always write down according to the marks only. Clear? Describe routing layer protocols in wireless sensor networks and their challenges. Here, routing layer protocols in WSN. Routing layer protocol is nothing but it is responsible layer for finding and maintaining the paths for data transmission. In which way, in which path the data transmission should happen from sensor nodes to the base station. I have explained the architecture, right? From sensor nodes to it will collect the data and send to base station, after that application layer. Correct? Remember that? And the main goal of this routing layer is reliable and energy efficient data delivery. Here the types we have: data centric routing protocol and hierarchical, and location based routing protocol, multipath routing, and QoS based routing protocol. Here data centric routing protocol is nothing but it focuses on the data rather than the node's address. It focuses on the data only, and data is requested using queries. How it will work means sync sends the queries and node responds with the relevant data. The advantage is it will reduce the redundant data transmission. Like for example, directed diffusion and spin protocol. Hierarchical means cluster based routing protocol. Nodes are grouped into clusters and each with the cluster head. How it will work means cluster head collects the data from the nodes. After that, it will aggregate and send the data to the base station. The advantages are it will save the energy and scalable. For example, leech, which means low energy adaptive clustering hierarchy. And the next one is location based routing protocol. It use node in location information, GPS or distance for routing. And how it will work means data is forwarded based on the geographic position. The advantages are efficient path selection, which path we have to go, and it reduces the energy use as well. For example, GARE, that is geographic and energy aware routing. Multipath routing protocol, these are used between source and the destination. Advantages are increases the reliable and fault tolerance. For example, alternate path routing in case of node failure. If I fail in finding the perfect route, then multi-routing protocol will help me. QoS based routing protocol, it is designed to meet the quality of the service requirements like delay, reliability, and the bandwidth. The advantages are it is suitable for real-time applications like, for example, protocol ensuring low latency for critical data. Clear? And these are all the challenges in routing layer. I'll just tell you, because always remember you have to write according to the marks only. If it is needed, then only you write down the explanation for these things. Energy constraints, scalability, dynamic network topology, data redundancy, limited processing power, reliability, load balancing, security issues, and these are all the challenges in routing layer WSN. In simple words, routing protocol in WSN are designed to efficient delivery data while handling the energy, scalability, and reliability challenges. Clear? If you found this even 1% helpful, then like this video, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to Shubhrajuel for more videos like this. You can easily access this video. Join the WhatsApp